Hey y'all, welcome back to Too Much Style with Bree. That's me. And if you're new here, my channel is focused on everything fashion, style with some faith. All right, y'all. So finally, we're back with a fashion video. My last video was a testimonial about confidence. So if you have not already, go back and check that out. Okay, especially if you want some tips on confidence. Okay, but I said we need to get back in the flow of things and get back with a fashion video. And so here we are. All right, so today's video is going to be about footwear for the fall and the winter, okay? Getting that wardrobe together with the right things on your feet. Okay? Warm, cozy, but still cute and still elevated. So let's get into this video. All right, y'all. So as we get into the footwear, keep in mind that you want to be thinking about this on a personal level. Make sure that it supports your goals for your style. Make sure you understand where you are currently with your wardrobe and your style, and where you're trying to go. Think about your convenience, and we'll kind of touch on some of these points as we go through the video. But just keep that in mind. Okay. All right, y'all. So number one would be your casual sneakers. So like a sporty sneaker or a fashion sneaker. For myself, I would say a fashion sneaker, something like your Sambas. And for the Samba girls, or shall I say the girls who are not Samba girls, because I know how y'all like the tussle. Okay, maybe not a Samba, maybe like a different type of Adidas, like a Giselle or your specials or something like that. And don't get on my nerves if I said Giselle wrong. I don't know if it's a Gazelle or a Giselle. I don't know. Okay, Potomac. Anyways, okay, your sporty sneaker, maybe like an Asic or maybe like a different type of sporty Nike sneaker or something like that. But they can be elevated. Don't forget, they can be elevated with how you just style them. So what kind of pants you're putting on. If you're going to maybe put on a whole sweatsuit, but maybe do like a top coat over top, or like a trench coat over top, and that'll take you a long way. Okay, we got girls out here doing a sneaker with a good fur on. Okay, accessorizing with maybe a scarf, or accessorizing with maybe a hat or some sunglasses. Get dressed. Just because you're feeling comfy on the bottom don't mean you can't have a party up top. You know what I'm saying? So definitely do that. And it was one girl, she had like a pop of color, just in case you're like, Brie, I don't want your average color sneaker. I want a pop. I feel like the specials and the gazelles, they definitely do that with Adidas. They get a lot of really poppy colors. And this one girl, I'll post a picture of her, but she has like a pink pair and she styled it so well. Like, it looks fun. Now, me personally, I don't know what I would wear those sneakers with in my wardrobe. Maybe like one thing, but I couldn't see me buying it because I can't pair it with multiple things in my wardrobe because I have a lot of neutrals and grays. But my pop of color, not really a color, I guess, but my pop of color, also my favorite color, is silver. And I'll probably mention that multiple times today. But silver, I have a silver pair of sneakers from Anthropologie. They're not an Anthropologie brand, but I will try to show them and link them. But they have like the little tongue, kind of like a Adidas Samba dupe type of thing, but they're silver. I pulled them all the time. Yep, yep, yep. Get sick of me. Get sick of me because I'm wearing them. I'm wearing them all the time because they're so convenient. They match with literally everything. And even when I don't think that they match, I make them match. But y'all can definitely do like a suede sneaker that's coming out with a little square toe. Yeah, wear the sneaker. My feet be hurting in heels. Wear the sneaker. All right, so we are still going to keep it casual for now. And number two is going to be your casual boot. Okay, so when I say a casual boot, I'm thinking about your UGG boot, your biker boot. For me, I love a good Chelsea boot. Every other year, I'm replacing my Chelsea boot. I actually just bought one, and I'll pop up some of the pictures of the things that I have as well. But I actually just bought a dark brown pair of Chelsea boots from H&M, and I absolutely love them. Now, I won't even lie to y'all. Comfort level for these particular ones, because I get them all the time. So the last pair were black and they were kind of the same style, platform. they did not hurt as much. And these take a long time to be broken in. They honestly remind me of military boots every time I wear them. I guess it's just how I style them, because I usually style them with like cargo boots, but they are my more comfy, elevated type of boot that I would say is my casual boot, as well as my Ugg boot. Now, don't sleep on Uggs. Remember, I just said about the sneakers. People think they're so casual, and they are, but you can dress them up. Just because you're wearing an Ugg does not mean you're not dressed. You can dress them up, put your fur on if you got that, put a cute long trench on, play with the colors around it. The Ugg, usually I'm wearing like my chestnut pair, so they are like my neutral. They kind of go with everything. So definitely play around, definitely dress those up. And if you're like, I don't want to do the Ugg, I want to do something else that's more elevated, I would suggest a biker boot. Now, when the biker boot came back on the scene, baby, I was not obsessed because I could not see me wearing all the buckles, which is why I really like the Chelsea boot. But I love them. Okay, the girls are wearing them with the jorts, the little like Bermuda long shorts. I love them with that style. They're wearing them cutely with the mini skirts. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I need a pair of biker boots. But I also think you can get a pair of the biker boots without having the buckles, because the buckles definitely threw me off. And I was like, I don't know, longevity wise. Like trendy, it's very cute. Like on the trend end, it's very cute. It's very in. I love them. But for me, it's like I don't have time to be wasting space in my wardrobe. So I need to make sure that in 2 to 3 years, I'm going to still want to use them and not drop them off at the nearest Plato's Closet or at the nearest thrift shop. You know what I'm saying? So, but these are really cute. And I pop up some pictures of how people are styling their Chelsea boots and biker boots and Uggs as well. Okay, don't sleep on your Uggs. Pull them Uggs out and wear them when you want to get a little cute. You know what I'm saying? They will work. They will be warm and they will be comfy. All right, y'all. And number 3 is going to be your heeled boot. Now, this can be a knee-high boot. This can be a ankle boot. This can be a thigh-high boot. Okay? Come on, thigh high. Now, I have yet to find a good thigh high boot for myself because I'm a little thick, but I definitely would recommend a thigh high boot because you can go really short with the skirt, really short with the dress, really short with the shorts, and still be covered because of the thigh high boot, and it can still make it elevated, but also just give you a little bit of sexiness without showing too much, kind of, sort of. Also, I do love an over the knee boot, very elevated as well. You can still wear them with your dresses and your skirts and your shorts and all that good stuff. But either one of those boots, even the ankle boot, I feel like they are very good staples to have. They're very elevated and you can get a lot of wear out of them. A lot of wear. It's cold. It's cold, but you want to be cute. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to pull them. I would say to stick to the colors that go best with your wardrobe. Now, if you're like, I have my blacks, I have my browns, you can play with, if you want to do maybe like suede or leather, you can play with that texture. If you want to do a animal print, cow print is very out right now. If you want to do a leopard print, if you want to just do maybe like a pop of red, Zara right now, they have these cute ruby red boots, super cute, and they're leather. And y'all, I got my foot in it, or shall I say my leg, my calf. It zipped up. It was tight though. It was tight. I'm not gonna lie. So I put those back, but they were cute. And let's just say Zara is getting really, really pricey. Okay, and I've always been a Zara girl, despite all all their craziness. But they're getting really pricey, so it is a little bit pricier than usual. Like I feel like we could have found a pair of boots out of Zara for 89 bucks, but now it's like at least 129 or something like that. So, but I would take a look at them. They have some really good boots, definitely some good basic colors, but they also have some good pops of colors in there. And yeah, get busy with a boot. Get busy with a boot. For me personally, my boot of choice that I pick and choose all the time is going to be my brown suede boot from Vince Camuto. And they are wide calf girl friendly because Vince Camuto, they actually specialize in wide calf boots. They have like a wide calf boot line, and they kind of do some of their regular boots in wide calf, and that's really what I want. Like, give me the option to say, oh, I like this boot, does it come in a wide calf? Yes, automatically. It shouldn't be certain boots, because half the time when they do that, when they split it up like that, it'd be the ugliest boots. And you're like, I don't want that boot. I want the boot that Mary Kate has on. Or her name ain't gotta be Mary Kate, but girl with the skinnier calf, okay? I want the boot that she has on. And we're like, oh, sorry, you can't have that boot. But you can have this boot. And we're like, ew, that boot's ugly. I don't want that boot. But I think Vince Camuto does a pretty good job with that. And I mean, it's Vince Camuto, so the price is the price. You know what I'm saying? I think I paid like $200 for that. But those were very what's the word I'm looking for? Those actually did very well in my wardrobe because I pulled them so much and I styled them 18 billion different ways. They are pointed toe, so I did go a size up. But if you want to see some ways I styled them, go check that video out. That is also on here. And yeah, y'all, I just styled them as much as I could in that video. But let's move on. Honestly, y'all, this should have been number 3 because I was trying to go like from casual to like a little more dressed up, a little more elevated, but I'm human, I messed up. So number 4 is gonna be your flat shoe. So the reason why I said flat is because you can either do a loafer, you can do a ballet flat, you can do a mule. So all of those are really good. And honestly, all of those are flat, but they are still opportunities to be elevated with those shoes. Now your mule, you can get a Birkenstock mule, or you can go for something like a JW Anderson mule because you know he does the tassel, maybe a patent leather. I think doesn't he have like a printed one? But his are pretty elevated, but because it's a mule in general, I feel like you can definitely make it super casual. But there's nothing wrong with being casual because you can be casual on the feet, and the little details like him having the tassel or you wearing a certain kind of pant or pairing it with maybe a leather pant, that will elevate your look. So just because the shoe is casual does not mean the look can't be elevated. I would definitely take a look at the mule if you're a comfort girly because I love a good slide on, okay? Because some days I just really don't do it, y'all. Y'all just don't understand how some days I really don't want to do that effort. So if I can just slide that in there, we're good to go. Okay, now the back of your foot may be cold. So I would do this if I'm driving. If I'm doing a whole bunch of walking, I might not do this. And then the loafer, especially if you're more of a preppy girl, this is when I would say to really take into account of what kind of style you have. If you like more of that preppy style, maybe even a more serious style, you can definitely do a nice loafer. And you can get loafers. I usually get my loafers platformed, but you can get them platforms. You can get them with something on the front. You can get them plain, different colors, patent leather, and then they will bring a lot of things full circle for you. I know I will wear a loafer to church a lot of times if I don't want to do a hill, or if I'm going to be doing a lot of walking or going somewhere after that I don't need to be wearing a hill. So I'll put on a loafer. They go cute with your trousers, of course. People pair them with like a white sock. Fun tip, I am not a white sock girl. Okay, you catch me in a white sock, I must have had nothing else that day. I must need to do laundry. I am not a white sock girl. I've never been a white sock girl. Something about white socks does not do it for me. Yeah. Now, I do see certain times where people will style them in a particular way, and I'm like, okay, I could see me doing that, maybe, but I would never choose it. It would never be the first thing that I would like. So if you're a white sock girly, they pair well with loafers. I absolutely don't like when people pair them with the ballet flat, which is my next flat. But yeah, I mean, to each his own, right? It'll look cute on you, baby. I can't take it. But the ballet slipper, ballet flat, I also never thought that I would want to partake in that either. Because honestly, y'all, it reminds me of when I was like 9 going to church with my grandma. So, but now all summer, let's take it out of fall and winter. All summer, I actually dibbled and dabbled with a pair from H&M. They were like a net fishnet type of thing. They were gold, and I absolutely loved them. They carried me at work and at church. Okay, they carried me. I was wearing them with everything I had. They carried me, okay, and styling them up and down, okay. And the fact that they had like a elevated detail of like the fishnet and they were gold, it just it brought everything full circle for me. So I absolutely love them. I'm seeing the girls still wear them for the fall and winter, but of course they're not going to be fishnet. So I have to take a look at some other kinds that I might like, but I don't know, y'all. The summer fishnet ones, they got me. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get another pair. But right now my flat is my loafer, which I'm also looking for another pair. And I'm also looking for a nice pair of mules because I'm not a Birkenstock girl, but I think I would rather something a little more elevated, maybe something with the cow print or something like that, or like a silver pair because I am into silver shoes. And if you're like confused on maybe what flat is more your style, I would just think about it. Like, are you more girly? Do you care more about comfort overall? Um, are you a little more serious, a little more preppy? And what mostly do you have in your closet? Like, don't just be out here buying a bunch of shoes. Look at what you have in your closet. What I do for myself is every morning when I'm getting dressed, wherever I feel the most struggle, okay, wherever I feel the most struggle, that's when I know, oh, you need this. Like sometimes I'll be styling something, I'll be like, you know what? If I like mentally, I'm thinking, oh my God, if I had this particular, like if I had a striped shirt, I need to buy more striped button ups. Like, you know what I mean? So now I'm putting something on my list of something that I think I need because I reach for it or I desire to reach for it when I get dressed in the morning. So anything that will make your morning easier. Like if I'm getting dressed and I'm like, you know what? I wish I had a mule because I don't want to put nothing up that I gotta stuff my foot in or lace up or whatever. I just want to slip something on. I need a mule. I need a Birkenstock. And then, hey, boom, you know what you need. Okay, you know what goes because you're trying to reach for it. All right, y'all, we are coming to the end. So the last one I have, very, very fun, very, very elevated, is going to be a pump. I would say a pointed toe pump. Okay, there's nothing like it. Even if it's your boot. Okay, I would suggest maybe getting something outside of the boot for this as well. But remember when I said if you have like a pointed toe boot, you can put them under pants for that peekaboo moment. The same thing goes for like a pointed toe pump, right? Or even if you want to be a little more jazzy and do a squared toe pump because a lot of those are coming out as well, or like maybe like a duck toe. I think I can find a picture of it of what I mean, but like a really exaggerated square toe shoe will look really fun and funky underneath your pants or like a wide leg pant. But a pump is so classic, it's so sexy, okay? And you can really play around with the colors, red and all the things, white, so many things, right? And this is honestly for all year round with this pump, but I picked it because it is closed toe. Okay, we're trying to stick to the things that really go with fall and winter. All right. Let me tell you, you don't have to worry about getting your toes done, but please get your toes done. At least paint them clear, babes. But neither here or there. Please take a look at some pointed toe pumps that you might like to add to your wardrobe. Like I said, you can always go based off of the colors that you own. But if you want to take it up a notch, and add a colored pump heel, please do so. Because right now I have two pair, and baby, I love them down. Okay, I have a silver pair because, like I said, I'm a silver shoe girl. I have a silver pair from Zara, very comfy, about 4 inches. I love them. And I have a black mesh pair. I don't know if y'all remember when Zara brought out like these mesh heels maybe a year or two ago. And they came in nude and black. I wish I got the nude ones, but I did get the black ones and I love them down. Okay, and they're pretty comfy as well, about the same height as the silver ones. And I love them. And they're so cute. You can wear them with stockings. And you can wear them all year round, even though they're closed toe, but especially for your fall and your winter. They just are real sexy and they're real classy. And I just love them. Now, if you're like, Brie, I want that pointed toe effect, but I don't want to wear a heel, whether it's a boot or just a pump, I would say to find a pointed toe flat. They do have a pointed toe flat out here. A lot of different brands make them. I'm gonna try to do a roundup. If I can find some, I will also link them in that roundup on my LTK. But that'll be a cute replacement if you don't want to do a heel, because you're flat, usually they're slingback maybe, or you probably can find a full shoe like a flat, but the toe will be exaggerated, probably a really cute pop of color, and then you can put them under your pants and voila, there you go. Who would ever know? Or you can do a really kitteny one, like a real kitten, like maybe 1 inch heel. Nobody will ever see it because it's going to be under your long pant. That's the only reason why I ever considered doing a real kitten is because if I do a lot of wide leg pants, and it would make sense on the days where I'm like, babes, a heel is not happening. Okay, a hill is not happening. All right, y'all, so that was it for this video. I hope you guys like it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and if you aren't already, which you should be, subscribe and turn your post notification bells on. That way you are notified every time I post a video. And y'all, I love this type of stuff, so I feel like I should also do a video on how to style the shoes, because I don't know if y'all understand what I mean when I say this, but some shoes match, like maybe match in color, but they don't necessarily go with the outfit. Like, have y'all ever saw that? Like, oh, that definitely matches because black matches black, but it doesn't go with the outfit. It doesn't really make sense. So I definitely want to talk some about that because I be seeing that and I just want to see how we can, help the girlies out. Okay, give some tips, because I think we should be thinking about a little bit more than just the color going together, but maybe the style, the theme. Does it make sense for where we're going, the occasion, like convenience, like let's put all the pieces together, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, that was it. So thank you for sticking around this long if you have, and I can't wait to see y'all in the next video. Bye.